Alright, let's finally see the past. I am hoping they do give us a clear answer on like what happened.
Is this a letter?
It is. Right. I'll put on a song that doesn't have lyrics on, so it's much easier to hear stuff. A letter quietly lies on the table in the passenger car. Judging from its texture and style, it's from the Jianzhou. On the paper, the names of the sender and recipient are all omitted, with only a faint trace of dim ink vaguely visible. Open it. You unfold the letter and the ink immediately becomes visible. It's as if an invisible hand holds the pen like a sword, making swift, decisive strokes. After a moment, the content regains its original appearance. So even Jingliu writes letters in style, I've got to respect it. A letter of unknown origin. I have learned of your return to your home, how you appended the ancient seas and saved the world from danger. I am sure this has recovered your forgotten memories. In accordance with our old vow, we should once again roam our lands of past, drink in celebration and recount our great adventures. Alright, so this is the Dan.
Upend the ancient sea and return to old ground. It's a letter for Dan Heng. But who is it from? I should ask the conductor.
Oh, you know, you should ask Dan. I feel like Dan knows the answer. But I don't mind talking to Pom Pom. Cloud leaves no trace start. Hello, Pom Pom.
Heave ho. Heave ho.
Go at it, Pom Pom.
Huh? Trailblazer, do you need help with something?
A few things. There's a letter on the table, but who is the sender?
Pom-Pom's been cleaning up this whole time and didn't see any letters.
Oh, well, that's a goddamn great start. Yeah, this is creepy. Did someone sneak onto the express?
What? Don't scare Pom-Pom like that. Why are there always strange things sneaking onto our train?
True.
Pom-Pom is going to upgrade the security level around here.
I mean, okay. After the incident with Aha sneaking on, you would think that, like, the security of this train would be, like, top-notch. But how many people have snuck on now? I mean, you've got, like, the Memories girl just chilling in the corner. You got Silverwolf chilling. Come on, Pom Pom. You gotta be on top of these things.
What does the letter say?
Hand the letter over to Pom Pom.
It looks like an invitation. Who could have sent it? Does Dan Heng have any friends on the Law Fu? If Pom Pom remembers correctly, he said he was exiled from there, right?
That he did. Well done, Pom Pom. Friends, Jing Yuan, enemies, Blade.
I highly doubt Dan Heng's enemy would send an invitation letter.
You never know.
Why don't you show Dan Heng the letter? You know where to find him.
Yep, chilling in his room. Dan, my man.
What is it? Do you need something?
You've got some mail, mate. Someone's inviting you to return to old ground.
There's no signature. And it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember.
Did Dan get all of his memories back, or is he still forgetting like a few parts of it?
Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them.
Oh, there's the answer. Oh, why so serious?
Huh? Oh, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, makes sense.
Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Dan Feng's past should be handled with care.
You know what, mate? How about you go to sleep with the letter, like, besides you, and then you'll have, like, a dream about it. That's a pretty good plan if I do say so myself. This is awkward. Sure. Unless he does know, and he's lying. That might be the case. Oh. The appearance of this letter makes you feel uneasy. You invoke the cloud nymph, and a droplet of water condenses from the air and soaks into the letter. The handwriting disappears, and another line of writing blurs due to the water stain. Of 5 people, 3 must pay the price. Whoa.
Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. Letting her leave first was a wise choice. I can't put her in danger again because of this.
God damn it, man. You gotta rely on people. You gotta rely on your friends, mate. So it seems like we're gonna be playing with Dan Heng on this companion mission.
But if he didn't send the letter, then who did?
I don't know, go to the statue.
Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of divine foresight.
Also a good start.
I need to ask Jing Yuan about the Stellaron hunters.
Alright, I'm down for this. Team must include Jingliu. Also fine by me. It's a shame I don't have Blade, but you know, this team's gonna have to do. Let's see if that works. Whoa, 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 what is going on here? Alright.
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring.
I mean, for good reason, though.
Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days.
Yeah, Yanqing, you've already suffered a lot of L's, mate. You might want to sit this one out.
However, I never thought Jing Yuan would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
Feels like Jing Yuan might have had an alternative motive. Sent him here to be killed.
Huh?
So... Yep, everyone's here.
I've got my work cut out for me today.
You do, mate.
Well, if it isn't Don Heng.
Well, if it isn't the child. Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Alright.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility.
Okay, mate.
They can deduct my next 100 years' salary if they like.
From what I can recall, you were the one on the ground nearly dying, but let's put that to a side. I'm here about something else.
The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I'm here to ask the general about the Stellaron hunters.
Yep.
You came at a bad time. The general is busy with urgent work.
Blimey.
You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Don Heng, do you recognize the person on the steps?
Nope. I think so.
I can't say that I know her, but she does look a little familiar. Is she a guest of the general's?
Well, meeting her is definitely gonna, like, unblur those memories.
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth.
Were they fully wiped, though? I just feel like they're more, like, blurry and hazy, and they just need to be uncovered.
That is Jingliu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Luofu.
Yeah.
She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the general's master.
Just saying, if her blindfold is off, we are running.
According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazin, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend.
She's just built different, isn't she?
However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jingliu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds.
Yeah, and she killed Blade, what, 1,000 times? I also love as well, we're just talking about her and she's just standing there like, yeah, I'll have my moment. I'll turn around in a bit.
With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant
Yeah.
and said she wanted to turn herself in.
Locha? What are they up to?
Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jing Yuan actually agreed.
I just felt like she's gonna run away at the end, did she? Or she's just gonna let herself be in prison because one day there's gonna be a massive war and then that's when she'll break out. Who knows?
Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jingliu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
It is what it is, man. Chinzu suddenly stops talking. Like her, you perceive a chill settling in the air around you.
Imbibitor Lunae, you're here.
Don't go by that name anymore.
Since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me?
Alright, blindfolds on. We're good.
Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Dan Heng.
The one and only. Oni? God damn it, Ito. Get out my head. I love how, oh shit, fuck. Stop jump scaring me, please. I love how these guys are on guard, and then you just got those guys at the back vibing.
Master Dan Heng. She's asking for you specifically.
Yeah, we'll go to the chessboard, don't worry.
Be careful. Don't underestimate her.
We'll be fine, my lady.
When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth,
That they
and
did?
detained you in the shackling prison. I thought Imbibitor Lunae had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
So I'm guessing the moon has something to do with her being able to kind of regain her sanity from the Mara. I mean, she still like loses it now and again, but she has that restriction now. Yeah, my past life is over.
The life of Imbibitor Lunae ended. I stand before you, a completely different person.
It's still bothering him though.
I understand. The sins of a past life should be forgiven after rebirth. Now you are a nameless, traveling across the galaxy. But can anyone really bid farewell to their past?
Judging from what we're seeing so far, it seems like everyone's past is catching up to them now. Like the Trailblazer, marches, like that's all coming in.
If my guess is correct, the preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibitor Lunae's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the molting rebirth, and turned you into what you are now.
Yeah, do you want to make Imbibitor Lunae pay for what they've done?
Imbibitor Lunae's actions affected many. Are you here to set things straight?
Because she said the same thing as Blade did, that 3 must pay the price.
I, too, am a criminal. What right have I to deliver punishment?
Fair point.
I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins.
There's some sort of plan to that. I call bull.
I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends, and to fulfill promises I made long ago.
Sweet.
Jing Yuan has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
That's why he was our general.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
10 out of 10 on the style, though. In the meantime, alright, we're getting a different point of view.
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe.
Yellow my man, what are you up to? I'm guessing Jing Yuan's also with you?
But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Screw all of the interrogations. Just ask what is in the coffin. Just open it up, please. Let us know.
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
Fez.
For security purposes. I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
They must have some sort of plan, right, though? Like, why both of them turned themselves in? I find it really weird.
The Stellaron's descent. The Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. The Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator.
Yep.
According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Law Fu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself.
Always a tricky one, no matter which universe.
Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
Me
I
neither.
was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant.
The
I
coffin?
knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Law Fu did not possess what I was looking for.
Okay.
It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but
Don't
I am
blame me.
merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
I don't believe you, mate. Before, I was on the fence. I was 50-50 whether to trust you or not. But now it's like 90% mistrust. You're plotting something.
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Oh.
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
Hold on a minute. What name is that? Please let us know.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Okay, can you let us in on it? Because I would like to know.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the Ten Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals.
See, I feel like that's what he wants, though.
However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape.
It is beautiful.
It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
It is actually a really amazing view.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago.
Oh, playing that card, mate? Ooh, careful there, mate.
The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng,
Yep.
the artful piloting skills of Baiheng, the divine weapons crafted by the Juming artisan Yanqing, and the unmatched stratagem of the general.
The Baiheng was a pilot. Okay.
The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways.
Pretty much, 4 of them suffered and Jing Yuan was left alone. That's basically how it was. Also, can we see those legends? Like, in a cutscene, please?
You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard.
Right, if that was the case, why is there 2 guards behind you?
You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jingliu.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the seat of the Divine Foresight, just gonna keep going back and forth.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
That's fine by me, as long as the blindfold stays on.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
Hey, she has a free day.
I would make a wonderful tourist.
Come on, mate, you need to be
Lower your
quick.
guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request.
That is true. But I also don't blame him, right? Like, he is smart for keeping up his guard.
Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me.
Damn.
I won't take no for an answer. Regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
I feel like you're twisting it a little bit, but alright.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission?
You decide.
So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them.
She's gonna lose at one point.
When the people of the Cienjo live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
The question is, when is Jing Yuan gonna be Mara-struck? Because that's gonna be painful.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
There we go, well done, mate.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
It's a date. Ah, the storage area. That I like to call it anyway.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, have you ever heard of Baiheng, the Foxian pilot?
Baiheng. That's how you pronounce it.
Baiheng. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
Come on, mate, it's one of the legends. Baiheng. This name is unfamiliar to you and elicits no feelings. However, a voice inexplicably rings in your ears.
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
Look at that, voice reveal. Did we get a voice reveal in the trailer? I don't think we did. Whoa.
Imbibitor Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
Got voice memories. I only remember fragments.
I think she was one of Imbibitor Lunae's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibitor Lunae and all of us.
She was the first one that died,
It's
right?
all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
That's the one.
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her.
Aw.
It is something I have regretted to this day.
I mean, better late than never.
As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
Me and you both.
I see. Follow me.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard. Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
Yanqing, the tour guide.
No need to worry about the two of us.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here.
Yep, with this pad with two options.
Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after.
That it will, I understand.
I remember now. I've seen Baiheng's name in books before.
Hey, well done, mate.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
Hey, I don't read much, but the general forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Star Skiff. The author's name was Baiheng.
Honestly, that would be something I would read.
That's right. Baiheng was the one who wrote that travelogue.
Okay, right, truth be told, if there was an author that had, like, traveled the universe, and they wrote a book about it, like, 99% of people would read that.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems.
Oh, damn.
I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
I mean, I guess luck plays a part in it, but I feel like that's just majority of her skills.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us.
Never mind.
Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines.
So she was pretty much a main character. Could make a whole series on her.
Very few star skiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Star Skiff Killer.
Man, she seems like a lot of fun.
She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events.
Ooh.
Inauspicious ones, at least. Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true.
Ooh.
Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions.
Yeah, me too. Imagine you going on a mission with her and then she just turns to you and be like, yeah, you're gonna die here. Never going to sleep after that.
However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide.
So that makes her death really shocking then.
Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Star Skiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Cute. Well, before long, the Starskiff assembly...
That'll do it. The Starskiff assembly line has been activated.
Whoop whoop.
The Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
Thank you, young man.
To be honest, I really like Yanqing, man. When he's not in his bright...
the Starskiff is complete.
When he's not in his bright mode, you know? He's actually really caring.
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
Aw.
So, what happened to Baiheng in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her.
I think she died by a monster, right? There's still a lot of, like, that part of the story that I'm unsure about. Just tell us the answer, please.
In Bibiter Lunae, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
No. It was a bloody battle against the denizens of abundance.
The Abundance Emanator, Shu Hu, rallied a great army and attacked the Alliance. I read about it in the Shackling prison.
You seem to be interested in learning about your past life.
Did he have anything else to read in the Shackling prison? Probably not.
Still, all of that was erased. After Shuhu attacked the borders, he disappeared without a trace. There are no records of his remains either.
Oh, so we could potentially run into him again.
Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Baiheng, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses,
What a chat.
allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium.
Oh.
She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay.
So I'm guessing if that was enough to exhaust her luck, that was meant to be an impossible situation.
For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in, Imbibitor Lunay.
Oh, here we go.
You couldn't accept that Baiheng was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone.
Was this the whole tampering with the dragon thing?
There is no need to respond, Imbibitor Lunay. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this star skiff.
Bit harsh with the words in it. So does that mean she was reincarnated? My only guess would be Bailu. Like, I did see that going around, but who knows? Alright, off you go, star skiff.
Baiheng, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him,
Oh.
though he never got the chance to give it to you in person.
Is she talking about Blade here or Dan?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed.
Oh.
I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky.
That's a promise. And off it goes.
Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next.
Well, hopefully that reduces the chance of her going apeshit. That tree is so cool, by the way. I mean, it's kind of a tree.
Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations.
Yep.
Even
Yes.
the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
Just taking a good sniff there.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line
He
until
was a Chad.
reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
He was the real MVP there.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Xianzhou's incompetence.
Pretty sure that's Blade.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
I think it's pride, though. Like, it's like pride and honor.
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
Not wrong, though, is she?
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yanqing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
I mean, fair point, but isn't this furnace meant to be like a really important thing?
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest?
Here we go.
Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
He actually did improve, though, didn't he?
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Fair enough.
Why did you send him away?
Private
It
time.
is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you?
Okay, what would motivate Dan?
Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like...
Go on.
Like you never forgot.
Muscle memory, man.
Blade of Moonlight.
God, that's so cool. Let's see it.
Time
Ooh.
to settle your...
There you go, Dan. Get out of here.
Come on already.
Look at that smug. Okay, dude.
What took you so long this time?
Well, try not let it get to your head, mate.
Don't get anxious, Imbibiter Lune. We have all the time in the world.
He's doing bits, though. You know, I gotta respect it.
This sphere still recognizes you as its master. Imbibiter Lune, do you know who crafted it for you?
Oh yeah, does he actually know?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Endless lifespan.
Oh, he doesn't. Is he finally gonna find out about it?
Blade of Moonlight.
Wait, hold on a minute. Let's see our ultimate.
All will be revealed.
Alright, have it.
In lunar flame.
God. I love how our eyes just go insane. Like, for a split second. Get out of here.
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Danfeng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything.
She's really drilling it in, but come on, just let the man be. He just wants to go on an adventure with his friends.
But you cannot run from combat, Danheng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibiter Lune's.
Can't get rid of the muscle memory, though.
Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature.
Sick analogy.
Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember?
Blade.
Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
And now they hate each other. Try hard to remember. Okay, never mind. I picked the wrong option here. Damn it. I thought he would remember more than the name, but fair enough. The name of the person flutters at the edge of your thoughts like a leaf in the wind, but it remains elusive and unclear.
I'd rather leave this world in a blaze than live until the end of time. I will let all of the Xianzhou know that a brief moment of my life is worth more than their long and meaningless lives.
Oof, about that, mate.
Yanqing.
Oh, there we go.
You still remember his name.
We got there in the end.
When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training.
So glad we're finally getting their, like, backstories. Or to get their own goals, pretty much.
When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder.
It's so weird because I was about to say, damn, he was young, but I was like, 100, wait a minute. It's so weird how they see age.
At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the master craftsman. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master.
He has the skills to talk.
Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission. He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
And that's why Danfeng made him immortal. Okay, we're starting to put the pieces together. Sup, mate?
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
We were having a nice chat.
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
Man, that smile drops so quick.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit.
Oh, fair enough.
Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
I mean, that's also true. I mean, he's technically different, isn't he?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
You gonna put the pieces together, Dan? He became a long-life species?
He transformed into a long-life species?
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny.
I wonder who made him do that.
Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads.
Yeah.
As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid in Bibiter Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion.
Wow, okay. So he also played a part in it.
His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
Wow, okay. Just gave him the worst punishment, pretty much.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
Bez, a second chance? What, after killing him like 1,000 times?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom.
I think torture might be a better word for that.
I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name.
Blade.
We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
Seems like Dan might have pieced it together. I hope he does. Meanwhile, in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall, Skilgol Waterscape.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General.
Yep.
Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the Abundance.
Just give us the info. What's in the coffin, Loacher, please.
What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Yaoshi was the Abundance, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. See, I just think that Aeon doesn't understand, like, good from bad. Like, they're just giving the power that people want, but, you know, they just don't tell them about the side effects because they don't think it's a problem.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt.
Yep.
Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead.
Damn, how many people did this Aeon piss off?
It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest.
Well, we're guaranteed to be killing one Aeon at the end of this story.
So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution.
Go on.
Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
Something to do with the moon.
I'm listening.
This is interesting, though.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
I mean, they have to go by the plan they currently have laid out.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda.
That's what I said.
And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
Oh, please tell us and don't blue balls us. Please.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Just tell us, please.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
Now tell us.
You've changed, Jing Yuan.
Hello, Blade. Yes, we are getting the full reunion.
The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
I know, but he's against Locha. Come on. In the meantime, god damn it, I want to stay there. This seems like it's going to be a very long companion quest. Ah, Bailu.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I wonder if it is Bailu then. Like Baiheng's reincarnation?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases.
Maybe.
I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation.
That's a lie, innit? You want to see if she's the reincarnation of Baiheng.
Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. So close to the big meetup. So,
Dunhung? What a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
these are such a good duo, by the way. I absolutely adore these two. Yeah, I'm not here for a checkup.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
Her eyes definitely need checked.
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Just take some drugs.
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise.
Yeah, Fez.
Who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients.
I respect
Give
it.
me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucent worms so I can take a closer look.
I'm sorry, what? Translucent worms? Sign me out. Bailu is taking someone's pulse.
Your hand! It's freezing!
Makes sense.
Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition.
She's a special one, alright?
Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that
She won't live for much longer?
She won't live much longer.
Oh. Or unless her body is just kind of in that state. Or it might be the case of why she's turning herself in.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis.
Alright, goddamn.
Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins.
I mean, ice powers, you got the Mara in there, you got something to do with the moon. There's a lot going on with her.
I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Decline respectfully.
Today's her last day on the Luofu.
What a shame. If she could stay for a few days, I might be able to figure out how to cure her.
I wonder if it might have been better to do that directly.
I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on.
Don't think that's gonna help, to be honest.
Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. I
Whoa.
won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go?
Oh no.
I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here.
Yeah, because you had a lot of people hiding within.
Heng, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Feel bad with leaving Yanqing with her, but okay.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
He's not having it.
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
She's scared of her.
I can smell the herbs. It's around here somewhere.
I see a monster.
Hey! Give me back my medicine box!
Hey, you little shit.
That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away!
Alright, we got it.
Wait!
Alright, we get it.
What against the cloud song?
Oh. Oh, here, big boy. Wait a minute, Bilo.
There's an even bigger monster protecting this one!
And it has to be the monkey. God damn it.
When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
We'll be fine.
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady.
Floor's yours.
Stand back. The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path. Blade of Moonlight.
Awaken.
So this is why your hands are so cold!
Yeah, that would make sense. And bam. Finished.
Alright, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here.
Buzzing.
Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
That is something she needs.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
Every little helps, though.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Luofu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations.
It's got to be the moon. It has to be.
You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit.
Made a deal with who?
And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes, and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Yeah, that might be a shout, just like clearing all your memories. Because that's what Kafka did with Blade, right? Like, she makes him forget about the past.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void.
She's a very unique existence.
Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy.
And why would that be? Possible reincarnation of Baiheng?
By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment. And the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosia Arbor crisis.
Is she talking about Blade? Because he has bandages on his hand. I think on his, like, leg as well. I don't think he's covered in them.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression.
Never mind, it is
He
Blade.
also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Oh, yes!
Oh.
Someone came by today that matches that description.
Perfect.
He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
Oh, he has a lot of wounds.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend.
Ah, good old reunion with Bladey. Sup, gang? Yep. Yeah, the little nod. Okay, guys.
Take this man away. This does not involve him.
He's done his job.
Yanqing.
Yep. Just leaving the squad now.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years.
Hey, we better hope that Kafka's here, because if anything goes wrong and everyone here snaps, we are screwed.
If I remember correctly, the five of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink.
It's gonna be one hell of a drink.
How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more.
Look, Jing Yuan's done the best he can, alright?
Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me.
Will it though?
This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell.
See, I don't believe that part.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
Ah, that makes a lot more sense now. Okay.
Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen.
So I'm guessing the 3 people is Dan, Blade, and Jingliu.
Yanqing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination.
And you.
As for Jingliu,
There we go.
sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done.
By having a drink?
Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lune. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom.
Hey, we'll save him from it, alright? We can fix him.
Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Yanqing's regrets.
I mean, I think Blade also has a voice line where when he dies, he's just like, is this a chance? Like, the man really just wants to rest.
And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price.
Which would be?
That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away.
Ah, because that's the only way she can keep herself sane?
High Cloud Quintet. It is time to say goodbye.
This is a nice drink, guys. Hello, Blade. Blade coldly looks at you. Yep, well, I thought so.
A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion.
I mean, Jing Yuan looks like he's having a good time.
Jing Yuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuche.
Oh.
I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-like reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Yeah, because I feel like she's gonna sacrifice herself in the end. Because she has some other plan. Ah, who knows?
Jing Yuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others. But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path.
I mean, we learned from Kafka that destiny isn't predetermined, that you can make your own future.
No matter. I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
I mean, fair enough then.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
I love how Dan's just standing
Wait.
there.
Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
Go on.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you.
Well, try to release him from this curse.
The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
Oh, damn, so someone on the power of an emanator or an Aeon is only able to kill him, I guess. Oof.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I mean,
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
I mean, you can't blame the man, though. You really can't.
You will only draw against an opponent.
Oh, he's oh, here comes the scrap.
Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death.
Cutscene, please. Yes.
We were here once, 700 years ago.
Okay.
Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future.
Oh, he's gonna get bodied.
Their faces still linger before my eyes,
Okay.
like a bygone dream.
Oh man.
I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us,
That's so sick.
like a Xianzhou lifetime.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
Quality. Oh. Damn.
A familiar feeling,
Ah, resurrecting.
almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson.
Oh.
You used the sword Yanqing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again.
Yeah, okay, it's not as wholesome, but
The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored.
man, these are such interesting characters.
It's as if they're saying, Why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer, which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer.
I mean, hearing him speak in this tone is very weird.
Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again?
Aw.
Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why?
I can definitely see where both of them are coming from. I moved my webcam up here so you can see Imbibitor Lunae.
In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave.
I just realized she's pouring one out as well.
The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away.
Bittersweet though.
Like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Oh, he's awake. Damn, so that's what it's like for him? I feel so bad for him, man. What are you doing back? First off, that cutscene was sick. Definitely can't wait to rewatch that. Also, I feel so bad for Blade, man. Just give him the sweet release he deserves.
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
I'm going to return to the Express. He's coming with us.
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own,
True.
just as we did back then.
Gotta support each other, though.
I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day,
always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara struck are deeply rooted.
Makes sense.
Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head on in the end.
I mean, I can respect that though. And in the end, I kind of think that this situation here is good for everyone involved in some way.
Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Yanqing will find true release.
Oh.
Goodbye, Imbibitor Lune.
Goodbye, Jingliu. We can say goodbye to people. Yeah, let's get Blade first.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it.
Blade coldly looks at you.
We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
Yep. If you wish, I will see it through.
I will see it through.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now.
Well, hold on. For now? Hold on a minute, Elio, man. I'm not gonna follow that script fully if that's the case.
I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
Okay, Blade.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today.
That's just never gonna work, is it? He's just trying to protect you.
I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler.
At least he can admit it.
I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did?
Aw. I have to go. You deal with that on your own.
Goodbye for now, Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
Who knows? Doesn't seem like that's gonna be the case. And lastly, the General.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another.
Man, if there's someone I feel the worst for, it's Jing Yuan. This man needs a break. He really does. Should I be responsible for Dan Feng's actions?
Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth.
I have to go.
Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
Man, someone give this man a hug. He needs it. Oh, new message. Who is this? Ah, the family. Is everything okay, Dan Heng? Sophie and I heard you received an anonymous letter, and we were worried. So we came here to check on you, but you weren't in the archives. Did that poker-faced Stellaron hunter Blade give you any trouble again? I went to meet some old friends. Don't worry, I just stepped away for a bit to catch up with some old friends. Phew, that's a relief then. By the way, don't forget to head back to the Express early. Himiko said she made some coffee for us. Oof. Oh, that's torture in of itself. Clouds leave no trace complete. That was a really good companion quest. I'm really glad they showed the past and, you know, we finally got context about what happened. But I do wonder what Locha and Jingliu is planning, because it's obvious they have some sort of plan that they've laid down that Jing Yuan is trying to ruin in some way, which makes sense, of course. But only time will show us that. I love all the characters from the quintet. Each one of them are so fascinating. Hopefully we do see them together again in the future. I would greatly enjoy that. Next, I am going to be playing through the future market, so if you don't want to miss my reaction to that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you then.